Hello, Shiners. Happy Saturday, my friends. I hope you're having a super great day. I have been very productive today, getting all of my happy mail together and my pay your zip code bundles that I did and all that stuff. So I made a lot of headway. Figured I'd pop on here, do this training that I've been trying to fit in all week long. And then I'm gonna do some loans and start all over again tomorrow because next week is Disney. So I'm gonna wait just a second to see if anybody's gonna pop on. I can't tell you how long this is gonna be because I've been making notes on what I want to tell you guys and what I want to cover, and you guys know that I can squirrel and ramble and talk forever, so I will try to not make this longer than 30 minutes, but no promises. I'm not even gonna look at the time because I want to have, I just wanna have all of my thoughts in one video, so that is what this is going to be. I'm cleaning my glasses. I got these little, eyeglass cleaner cloth thingies. It kind of looks like an alcohol wipe packet, but they're really good. So I haven't even brushed my hair today, y'all. That's okay. All right, we are ready. So we are gonna get started. If you are watching the replay, put replay down in the comments. And even if you're watching the replay, if you have any questions that I don't answer or I don't go over, something that you have thought about or need clarification on, go ahead and put it in the comments. I'll get a notification that you commented and I'll come back and answer it for you, okay? So don't worry about that. All right, so here's all of my thoughts. I first want to say that I've done social media training before, and because I've built my entire business on social media. So I have really learned a lot over the past 2 years on how Facebook works. I built it on Facebook, how Facebook works and some kind of tips, tricks, and hacks and things to do and all the stuff, right? So I will say, just for social media in general, if you search social media here on the team page, then you will find some, I think I did like a 4-part video, and it's labeled part 1, part 2, part 3, social media training kind of thing. I did a 4-part video on different things to do with social media. Also in the guides of this team page, there is a social media challenge where for 15 days, I did it around June, July, no, I think I did it in July 1st through the 15th of 2020. And I give you specific things to do every day, specific ideas of what to post on your main page, what to post in your VIP group, all of that kind of stuff. And you can take those, you can do that social media challenge now, just adjust it because, like on July 4th, I have a post idea in there on talking about, you know, posting happy July 4th, right? So you can take this 15-day social media challenge anytime during the year, just adjust it based on the day or whatnot, okay? So I hope that makes sense. So those are 2 resources that you can go look at now. This, then I have kind of the rest of my thoughts on this paper here. And I will try to kind of have it go in a good flow and make sense because y'all know I'm all over the place. And yes, I'm drinking a Capri Sun because that's fun, right? We'll have a fun Capri Sun. Okay, so first things first, I want to talk about kind of the difference between like a business page and a VIP group and a Scentsy group and all that kind of stuff, because I've gotten some questions around that recently. So you have your personal page, right? You can have a business page and you can have a Facebook group. All right. So I had it explained to me this way, and I thought it was kind of a really good idea. So your personal page is like your home, people that you would let inside your house, inside your personal life. You know, you are talking about your kids or your pets or work or, you know, whatever the case may be, right? You share all the things. You really, really show who you are and your personality on your personal page. Then you have a business page, and a business page is kind of like you walking through walking through the mall and you're window shopping, right? So it's not like a deep dive into a bunch of personal stuff. It's more salesy kind of, because it's a business page, right? So you're just kind of window shopping. You have your displays, your window displays on your business page. And then your VIP group or your Scentsy group, that's where you bring in this little community. So you have like your personal page, which is, you know, all friends and family and just kind of like your regular self, if you want to say. And then you have your Scentsy group, your VIP group, where is this little fun community where you can share, you know, things that smell good, right? And we'll talk more about that on different things to share. But that's kind of the difference with those. I do think you need a business page because people can search your business page on Google, right? And that Facebook business page will pop up and people can click on it. So if they're searching for a Scentsy consultant in your area, then that can come up. And I have a business page. I maybe post on there once a week. And I say that because Facebook doesn't like business pages. So they don't really show them to your people. And if you notice when you're scrolling through your own news feed, I'm sure if you go and look, you have a ton of business pages that you've liked over the years, you know, because people send you an invite to like their business page and you like it, you know, why not? But if you scroll through your Facebook, your news feed, you're not seeing those pages, right? You have to go to the page to really see it. So I just have my business page. I post like maybe once a week. If we have any big launches, I post on there. But that's really for people that maybe are searching me on Google, or they somehow come across my business card, or, you know, a label that I've done that has my Facebook business page on there, and they're looking me up. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Now, VIP group versus a Scentsy Facebook group. That's the same. So I'm going to talk about, so I'm going to talk about different ways that you can run your Scentsy group or VIP group. And that's one and the same, okay? A Facebook group, common language is just VIP group is what we kind of call it, right? And you can run it however you want to run it. So some people run it to where they just put anybody and everybody, they welcome anybody and everybody in the group. Doesn't matter if they're a customer or not, if they've ever purchased from them before, if they're a consultant already or not, like it doesn't matter. Some people have their groups and they just have whoever in the group, and that's that. They post their Scentsy stuff, the end. Then you have people that run it more like the way that I run it, where I make my group, my whole focus of my group is that it is a VIP group. It is a special, small knit community of people. And so those people in that group need to be customers that are actively buying from me at least once every 6 months. And that they actually want to be in there, right? And so I don't let consultants in my group. If you become a new consultant, I let you hop in there for 30 days, or if you were already my customer and you became a consultant, then I let you stay in there for 30 days and then I take you out, okay? And so there's a lot of people that run their VIP group like that. Quite's about to come in here. Yes, dear?
Can I have the 2 cookies?
Yeah, it's fine. So they run their group like that, where it's just, it is a VIP group, and those those people get special treatment. Like a regular, everybody's in it Scentsy group, that you can run it that way to where, Quaid come in here and totally lost my train of thought. I should have locked the door. He would have just been knocking on the door any dang way. So in running your group, you can have your VIP group where it's that small, close-knit people, and they actually get special treatment, right? That, like, they get special deals that you don't offer to anyone else, right? Or some people just have that group and they almost kind of run it like a business page where anybody and everybody is in that group, and they just post all kinds of things, and they, you know, offer the same thing that they offer to people in that group, they offer to everybody on their personal page, right? So it just depends on how you want to run your business, and there's no right or wrong answer, because it's literally whatever you want to do. There's people that are successful doing both ways. So you just need to decide what you want to do with it, okay? So let's talk about, I'm going to talk about more of how I run my group, obviously, because I run it with that VIP mentality. And so let's talk about how to get people in your group and why they would want to be in your group. So regardless of how you're running your group, we know that there's a bajillion Facebook groups, right? And so we're a part of a bajillion Facebook groups. And if people are going to be in a group, there should be a reason that they're going to be in the group, right? So like when you set up your VIP group, and even if you've had your VIP group set up and you've had it for like a year, you can always revamp it. I think I've revamped mine 2 or 3 times in the past almost 3 years because I come up with new ideas and I want to change things and all that kind of stuff. So you never have to start a whole new group or, you know, delete people out of there or delete posts or anything like that. You can always just, even if you've been MIA for 6 months, hop back in there and just start over, right? Make a plan and start over. And so I tell people, you know, why do you have a VIP group? And I'm just going to use VIP group for language, universal language, okay? Why do you have a VIP group? Your VIP group is not for you to get people into the group so you can sell to them, okay? A VIP group needs to bring value to those that are in the group. So I always say, like, if someone says, Sam, why do I want to be in your VIP group? You need to be able to answer that, okay? So if someone said, Sam, why do I want to be in your VIP group? I wouldn't say, well, so I can sell you Scentsy and you can buy stuff from me, right? So I try to think of, how am I going to provide value to my people? So they get sneak peeks of new products coming out that I don't share with others. So they get the first dibs on sneak peeks, right? So they always know about everything before anybody else knows about it, right? Before my email list knows about it, before my main page knows about it. If they're in my VIP group, they know about it first. I do VIP only specials. Not that you have to do specials. I like to do specials for them, right? So I do VIP only specials that I don't offer to anybody else except for those in that group. I do fun drawings and contests in there, right? We play games in there that I don't do with anybody else. Wow, I was just about to say something and it totally left my mind. Now I can't remember. Okay, I'll come back to it. So you want, tips, tricks, and hacks. So I share Scentsy tips, tricks, and hacks with just people in my VIP group. Now, sometimes I'll share that kind of stuff like in an email or something like that, but all of my good stuff goes to the people in my VIP group, because I want people to want to be in there. I want it to feel like that they're getting special treatment, right? And they should get special treatment, especially if they're purchasing from you, right? If they're giving you their hard-earned money, I want to make sure that they feel valued and appreciated. So ask yourself, if you're going to have a VIP group, ask yourself, why would someone want to be in that group? Okay, make it fun, make it exciting, make it valuable, however that looks to you. Okay, because it's different for everyone, right? And I'll give you an example. Like I love a good themed group, which those of you that are in my VIP group right now know I do like a Friends theme. And so I try to throw in, you know, Friends memes and Friends quizzes and all that kind of stuff, right? I have another Scentsy friend that hers is more of like cleaning and organizing, because that's really what she loves. And so she shares a lot of that, right? She shares a lot of cleaning tips, and she does organizational challenges with her group, like, oh, we're gonna organize our closets this month, and she'll throw out challenges and stuff like that. So just think about, it doesn't have to be, you know, anything super hard. It should be something that comes naturally to you. Which, like Friends, I can talk about Friends all day long. You know, I can talk about my cats all day long. I can talk about Universal and cruises all day long, just like I can talk about Scentsy all day long. And so I just kind of wrap all those together and put them in one group for my people, okay? So provide value. Now, how to get people in your group. So I am a huge believer that you should ask someone if they want to be in your group, and not just go to your group and hit the invite button down your friends list, okay? Because number one, everybody does that and it's super annoying. Two, yes, they can decline it, but a lot of people won't decline it. They might not join at all, or maybe they'll just join just to join, but they might not really want to be in there. Okay. And so what's super important with Facebook groups and how the algorithm works is that you want quality over quantity. So if you've got 200 people in your VIP group, but only 4 or 5 people are commenting, Facebook's going to say, the way the algorithm works, Facebook is going to say, oh, well, this group's kind of crappy. I mean, there's 200 people in there. Only 5 people are commenting, so the person running this group is not really sharing, you know, some good stuff that people want to see, so we're not going to put that group in people's news feeds. Okay? And so that's why I'm a firm believer of asking people, hey, do you want to be in my group? And tell them, provide that value. I have this group. It's super fun. It's a Friends themed group. I share lots of tips and tricks on how to use your Scentsy stuff. And we do a lot of fun games and drawings for prizes too. Like I try to, you know, tell them why they would want to be in the group. And then if they don't want to join, they don't want to join. I don't want people in the group that don't want to be there, because if they don't want to be there, they're not going to comment on your stuff, and then it's just going to drag your group down to where it's not going to show up in people's feed unless they physically go to your group, right? Which a lot of people don't really do. They just like see stuff when it's in their news feed, right? So ask people, same with, just this is a side note, if you're doing Facebook parties and you're doing a Facebook party for someone and you're doing it via a group, have your hostess ask people if they want to be in the group versus just inviting everyone, okay? Let me check my notes. Okay, what kind of things to post in there? Let's talk about that. So I've kind of mentioned that a little bit already with what kind of things to post in there. And remember, still, you want to provide value, right? You want people to want to be in the group. So you're going to want to obviously post stuff, right? Post Scentsy stuff, post some tips, tricks, hacks, right? Post stuff that you like. For example, the cleaning and organizing example that I gave, right? Where I post friends, stuff about my animals sometimes, the kids, if we go to Universal, like any of that stuff, right? Show them your personality. Post a lot, post games and engaging stuff. Okay, so if you check out the social media challenge, you'll see in the comments some examples that I've screenshotted and posted in there, okay? Also in the albums of the team page, I'm pretty sure I have I think it's called engagement posts. It's an album and it has a whole bunch of different posts that you can post in your groups to get engagement, okay? To get people to comment, okay? And it's not anything Scentsy related for the most part. Also in the guides, they're in the Let's Get Connected. I can't remember what I called the guide now. But where I list all of the Facebook groups that you can join, there is one for VIP group ideas. And check that out. There's a lot of good ideas in there too, okay? Pinterest also. I go to Pinterest a lot. When I want to post something not Scentsy related, I'll go to Pinterest and put Facebook engagement post and just like scroll through and find something that's fun to post in there. I try to post a lot of personal pictures that I've taken versus flyers, okay? So yes, I can take a flyer or a stock image of the workstation of the counter clean and post that, but if I take a picture physically of my counter clean sitting on my counter next to a microfiber towel or something, that's going to be a lot better received than a flyer or a stock image. So I take a lot of pictures to save for later. So for example, granted I posted on my main page, but on my main page, if we're friends, I posted a picture of me holding the body wash and I had suds all over my hand. I was in the shower and I'd taken a picture and I said, does anyone else feel super clean when they have a lot of suds? Love a good sudsy soap or something like that. And that's all I said. I took that picture like 2 weeks ago. But I do that when I think, oh, this would be something good to post in my VIP group, or oh, this would be something good to post on my main page. Like when like when the Sadie pees in the floor and I'm cleaning it up with lemon verbena or sun-kissed citrus counter clean. I'll take a picture of me cleaning it up and I'll save it for whenever I'm ready to post a real life picture of something. So don't think that, you have to, you're cleaning or you're doing your laundry and you're putting in your washer whiffs and think, oh, well, I need to take a picture and then I got to come up with something to say and then I got to post it and I don't have time for that because I'm trying to do my laundry and I'm trying to get it done. You probably have your phone nearby. Snap a quick picture, the end. Worry about posting it later, but at least you have a good picture because you're doing it right now. So I do that all the time. Also, don't sound like a commercial. So in my VIP group, when I post stuff, I try to talk like I'm talking to my best friend. Talking to a friend, talking to, whoever. I don't post like I'm talking to strangers trying to sell something. You know what I mean? Like, I was selling this Capri Sun, I wouldn't be like, get your Capri Sun today. It'll quench your thirst. It's so good. $5.99, right? Like, I'm gonna be more, girl, have you tried this fruit punch wave Capri Sun? So good. It's so fruity. I got it super ice cold and it was pretty cheap. I got it on sale at the store. You should get some, it's so good, right? That's much better than $5.99, right? So just think about that. And I do that a lot when especially when I'm typing out emails. I try to think, okay, Sherry's my best friend. If I wanted to tell Sherry about this, how would I word it? And I just start like typing to her. I start writing an email to her, and that's going to come across a lot better because people want to feel like they, again, know you. They want to buy and support from people that they know, like, and trust. So when you talk to them like a friend instead of talking to them like a salesperson, they're going to like and trust you a lot more and feel a lot more comfortable having a conversation with you. Okay? So that's another tip. Whenever you're posting something on Facebook, post it to your best friend, okay? Polls is another good thing to post. I try to do polls a lot in my VIP group. I try to do them a lot in the team page too. People want quick and easy, and that's another tip too. When you're posting like engagement posts and stuff like that, people don't want to have to think too hard. If they're scrolling on Facebook, they're probably not wanting to use a lot of brain power. So quick and easy stuff. Polls are good because they can just go click, click, click with their little options, right? And so you have a better chance of getting more engagement than someone actually typing it out. Okay, so polls are good. Put up a poll on what's your favorite type of smell? And in each one, fresh, fruity, citrus, right? That'll get you some engagement. Or fun polls like, which chore do you hate doing the most? Laundry, dishes, bathing the dogs, vacuuming, right? Those are quick and easy. Another thing about quick and easy, same thing with engagement posts. My group loves this or that post because they can just comment this or that. They don't have to type a whole bunch of stuff out. They don't have to know the names of warmers or whatever. I can just put something up and say this or that, yay or nay, right? I do that a lot if you're in my VIP group. I'll post a real life picture of a warmer and say, slightly obsessed with this in the clouds warmer, yay or nay for you. And they'll comment yay or nay. And it's super easy and it's quick and they're more likely to comment on it. So short and sweet descriptions if you can, right? Obviously, sometimes we have to write more. But I try to keep it short and sweet kind of descriptions because people don't want to read, right? We want super quick, easy, fast, in and out. So that's what I've learned too. Behind the scenes is another good one. So like if you're making samples, take a picture of your warmer and, you know, your felt samples laying out on the counter and your wax bar sitting there. Or, you know, if you're doing Happy Mail, have your little flyers out and your envelopes sitting there and take a picture, right? And just say, you know, taking 30 minutes to get some Happy Mail out to you guys, or thank you mail, or making some samples of this month's scent of the month. Who wants one? Right? Do some behind the scenes working type stuff. Warmer of the day picture is a good one. I like to do that with that yay or nay thing. That's an idea. And I will say pay attention to what they like. So I will say this too. It took me about a year to get my group grown and with really good engagement. Okay? And so if you've had your VIP group up and you've been consistent in it, less than 6 months, and you're like, I'm not getting any engagement, keep going, because it's going to take time to get the engagement that you probably see in other groups. Okay, so I just want to give that caveat first. A good 6 months of being consistent, and pay attention to what they do like. If you're past that 6 months, like I know that my group, they don't really like games, really, like in regards to, like, I will post sometimes those, how many scent circles are in this picture, and they don't really like that for some reason, but they love this or that, or they love which warmer will go in, which warmer goes best in this room, A, B, C, or D, and then quick comments. They don't want to think about it, right? They don't want to think about how many scent circles are in that picture. They're like, oh, I ain't got time to look at it, it's fine. But they can do A, B, C, or D real quick, or they can type this, or they can type that. So every group is completely different. Just like every business is different, right? Maybe Facebook parties work for you, but they don't work for the next person. You know what I mean? So just kind of pay attention to what they like and give them more of that, right? So if you start posting a lot about, you know, your kids or your cats or your dogs, and you're getting a lot of interaction, make sure you throw in a picture of the dogs once a week, because they like that. They want to see your dogs, right? So pay attention. What else do I got? Build anticipation. This is something that I really like to do. So instead of just, I do it, well, I don't do it on my main page as often, but in my VIP group for sure, I like to build anticipation and that excitement, okay? So instead of just like vomiting out everything that's coming, you know, I try to do little teasers. So for example, with the Beauty and the Beast, Mrs. Potts and Chip, that's launching Monday, 2 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I had posted a picture that I had taken at Disney when we were down there for at Disney Springs for Leah's cheer competition. And I just said, you know, here's a hint of something that's coming soon. Drop your favorite Beauty and the Beast GIF below. And so I didn't tell them what was coming, but I alluded to that something Beauty and the Beast was coming, and for people to drop a comment, right? So it kind of builds that anticipation, and then also that kind of gives me a list of people that I know that like Beauty and the Beast, that when I know when it's going to launch, I can go back and reach out to them, make sure they know about it, right? The whiff box, for example, and I'm really crappy at doing this consistently, but I need to get better at it. I'll throw up some kind of picture or a GIF or something and say, who wants a sneak peek and wants to know what's in this month's whiff box? Let me get 20 likes on this post and I'll show you, or drop a comment or something like that, right? I'm building that anticipation and that excitement before I show it to them. Same thing with scent and warmer of the month. Oh my gosh, I just got a peek at the warmer of the month. You guys are gonna love it. Here's a hint, and I'll do a GIF of like something kind of related to it, right? So they like that excitement and that build up. Another thing is in regards to value, think about the top 5 questions that you get from your customers. Maybe it's how to change your wax. How do I know what bulb I need in my warmer? You know, what are the best fresh smells that you have? Try to think about those questions that you get from your customers. How do you clean your diffuser? That sort of thing. And talk about those, right? Provide that value to your group. Go live and show them how to do it, right? Serve them, provide that value. And another thing that is so weird, and I have to tell myself all the time, it's okay that you post the same stuff often, okay? So like, you might think, oh, well, I posted about how to change your wax, you know, a month ago. I say this all the time, only 6% of the people see a Facebook post at any given time. So I'll give you an example. I post all the time in my VIP group about Scentsy Club. I go live about it. I unbox my Scentsy Club when it comes in, not all the time, but I do. I'm posting pictures about it. I'm talking, like constantly talking about it. I send it out in my happy mail, everything. I still have people, like literally earlier this week, I said something about Scentsy Club and they said, well, what's that? And they're very active in my VIP group. And I'm like, you know, Scentsy Club, I've been talking about it. Oh, well, how does that work? What do I need to do? And I'm like, girl, I literally talk about it like once a week. What do you mean? You know? So there's people that are not, unless they're ready to receive that information, they might just scroll right by. Okay, so don't be afraid to kind of keep posting the same thing and over and over again, and you think, oh man, I just talked about counter clean. Trust me, you're gonna have people that see it that didn't even know we had counter clean. Okay. What else? I'm almost done here. People get bored. I'm one of those people that I get super bored super easy, and that's why I can't ever like finish a task. I usually have like 5 tasks going on at one time because I'll work on a task and then I get bored and have to move to something else. And so that's probably why I kind of revamp and do different things in my VIP group all the time, because if I get bored, I don't want to do it anymore. And so if I think my group is boring because I'm constantly posting the same thing or constantly doing the same drawings or whatnot, if I get bored, I'm not going to do it. So if I'm getting bored, other people are probably getting bored too. So I like to change it up, different games, different formats, you know, just different random stuff to make it fun. So think outside the box. You can always Google. Pinterest is great, like how to, you know, run a VIP group or anything like that. You can find tons and tons of ideas, It's super duper important to stay consistent. So I kind of mentioned before, like that 6-month thing, you've got to be consistent. And I try to relate it to, you know, like your job, right? Like you have to show up to your job every day, right? If you work a regular job, you have to show up to your job every day. If you make your kids dinner, you got to feed your kids every day, unfortunately, you know, like you have to show up for them every day. It's the same thing with your VIP group. When you have a VIP group and you've started this process where you want to get people in a group and you want to have this little, you know, community to share smelly stuff with and talk about new releases and just share your passion in there, you have to show up for them every day. Otherwise, then they're not going to trust you, because they're like, you put me in this group and then you ghosted me and you're not posting anything in here. And now I'm in this group for no reason. So it's super important to show up every single day. I post anywhere from 1 to 4 times a day in my group. I recommend at least once a day. And to find that time, if you're going to post once a day, find the time where most people are online for your group. Okay, and that's going to be different for everybody. I usually post around like 6:30 in the morning, 6:30 to 7, and then I'll post like 11:30 in the morning, then around 3 o'clock, and then like around 7:30, 8 o'clock. If I'm posting at all of those times. So those are the times that kind of my group seems to be most active. You might have a group of people in your group where it's like around 4 o'clock is the most active time that they're on Facebook scrolling. And that's it. And so that's when you should post, because then that's when they're going to see your stuff, right? So show up every day, at least once a day, I recommend. If you know you're going to be busy, schedule your posts out. And so this goes into kind of the last thing that I'm going to talk about, which is taking a break. And so sometimes if I go on vacation, like I'm going on vacation to Disney, right? We leave Thursday. And so I'm going to prepare for that, right? Because I don't want people a couple of days into my vacation say, well, where the heck is Sam? Like, she hasn't posted in this group. She just kind of went AWOL. What's happening? Is she not a Scentsy consultant anymore? Because that's what they're going to think. If you just stop posting in your group, they're going to think that you bailed and you're not a Scentsy consultant anymore. And they're not going to reach out and ask you. I will guarantee you that. They're going to go and buy from Sally, who is posting about Scentsy, because they know Sally's a consultant, but they think you ditched Scentsy. Okay. So I let people know that I'm going on vacation and that I'm not really going to be available. Maybe I'll pop on if I have time. But if you're not going to be available, you're not going to be available, right? So I let people know up front. I usually have a post where I say, you know, if you need to get anything while I'm on vacation, here's the shopping link for the month. You know, I'll be back this day from vacation. And then I schedule like a post a day just to have something for them to look at. Hey, you know, having a ball on vacation. Here's something pretty to look at today, and put like a real life picture of a warmer, right? Just schedule it out. You can do that in your Facebook group. There's a little thing that says schedule that you can click, and you can set whatever day and time that you want your post to post. Okay. So prepare for those vacations. Same thing if, you know, life happens, because life happens all the time. And so I'll give an example. Leah, when she was in the hospital, a lot of you know she unexpectedly was in the hospital for a week. And so I didn't have anything prepared. I just hopped in there while we were in the waiting room, and popped in the group and was just like, hey, I got stuff going on. Everything's fine. I'll be back to you. You know, like, I can't even remember what I said now. That was a really crazy time. But I just popped in and I let them know really quick, and people are understanding. When you're open and honest with them, they are completely understanding, because most of the time they're in your corner. They're in your corner. You just have to be open and honest with them. Okay. And that's it. I think that is all of my words of wisdom. So if you hopped on late, this will be available. I'm also going to put it on YouTube. So you can go back and watch the replay and watch the first part of it. I think I've covered everything that I said I was going to cover. If you have any questions, like I said at the beginning, you can drop them down in the comments and I will come back and answer them. Or, you know, you can message me or Marco Polo me, which is my favorite. And we can brainstorm if you want to brainstorm about, maybe you want to brainstorm a theme for your group or anything like that. We can definitely do that, but definitely provide value, have people in there that want to be in there, and be consistent. Even when you think no one's commenting and no one's liking anything, try some different stuff and just keep being consistent. I promise you some people are seeing it. And if you're under that 6-month mark, they're probably just waiting to see if you're going to stick around, because that's just the nature of the beast with direct sales, right? People are all gung-ho in the beginning and then they dip out really quickly. So they maybe have been burned in the past and they just want to see if you're going to stick around for a little bit. So think of ways to make your group fun and exciting and entertaining. People want to be entertained, right? We got a bunch of life crap going on. We want to be entertained when we get on Facebook. That's why we're on there, honestly. We want to laugh at some funny meme. So find some fun ways to entertain your group. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, y'all.